Hello everybody and welcome back to this tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to check out the tool called Airgedon, which we can actually install over GitHub and see what we can do to a wireless network using that tool. So as you can see right here, I already have it installed. I installed it from the GitHub and I will just show you where you can get it from. So you can simply just use the git clone command and then the link of the actual page and download your own tool. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up your Firefox. Just in the search bar type Airgedon, which you're going to click on right here. As we can see, it will lead you to this GitHub page. You want to git clone this page right here and simply just download the actual tool. Down here you have something like requirements, compatibility, essential tools, and so on and so on. But what this tool actually does is it installs automatically all the tools that you're missing once you try to run it, and I will show you right here. If you simply just go to the desktop and then go to the Airgedon, right here, these are all the files that you actually get once you download the tool. And in order to actually run the tool, let me just enlarge this, enter the root mode, because some of the tools need to be run as root in order to be able to work. We want to run this tool right here, which is called airgedon-sh. In order to actually do that, we can simply just type bash and then airgedon-sh. It will open up this welcome menu right here, and it should prompt us with a bunch of different options available for our actual usage. So we can see right here, this script is only for educational purposes, accepted bash version, detecting resolution, no compatible distros with this script. So these are all of the actual distros that you can use in order to run this. It detected my actual operating system, which in my case is Linux Mint. And now it will check if I have installed every tool that the script needs. Simply just click here, enter. It will perform the check, and we can see most of the actual scripts are installed, but some of them are actually not. And those that are not, simply just give out this red arrow right here. Now if you want to, you can actually install them if you want, but if in case they are in the optional tools, it is not really necessary to install them, because the tool will work either way, because these tools right here that are labeled as error are optional. But if you have error somewhere here, which are the essential tools, you will need to install those tools first before actually using this tool. But since I already have everything labeled as OK, so I have all of the essential tools, I can simply just continue and perform, and simply just press enter right here. So as we can see, the script will check for internet access, looking for a newer version. Please be patient, the script is already in the latest version. Press here enter. Now right here, this is the next thing that it will ask you, which is simply just selecting an interface to work with. In my case, I will select my wireless networking interface, which is labeled as number 2. In your case, it might be labeled different number, so simply just pick your wireless network interface, and down here you have the menu, which basically has all the available things that you can perform with this tool. Now what we're going to do right here is we're simply just going to go to the evil twin attack, because that is one of the most actual common attacks and most known attacks, but keep in mind that sometimes it simply just doesn't work. But right now we're simply just going to try it out. Press number 7 right here. As we can see right here, it will set everything interface WLO1, select an option from menu, and now you have different options for the actual even twin attack, such as for example without sniffing, without sniffing, with captive portals. And let's go with that one. So we want to actually have a captive portal right here. Press here enter, and what basically captive portal means is it will host a fake page which will actually try to get the password from the users that are going to be de-authenticated from the real network, and by default they will automatically join the fake network or the evil twin network that we're going to create, which will then prompt them for the actual password for that specific wireless network before they can access the internet. And once they actually input that password, it will be sent back to us, and then we will know the actual password. So as it says right here, an exploration looking for target is going to be done. Press enter to continue. The interface WLO1 is not in monitor mode, so let me just press here enter. We need to go back and we need to perform this right here. Put the interface in monitor mode, since currently our interface is not in monitor mode, so make sure to press number 2, setting your interface in monitor mode. it is actually finished, and right now we can perform number 9 and go with the actual attack. As we can see, WA filter is enabled in scan. When started, press CTRL to stop. So you'll simply just press your enter and it will perform the same thing with the actual arrow dump tool. It will scan for different networks around us, and when it finishes we can simply just press Ctrl C right here, and then once we press enter back here. Okay, so for some reason we got that error. What we're going to do is we're going to perform all of the things once again real fast, because it bugged out and it didn't want to give us the actual menu. Press enter to continue. We're not going to explain this anymore. We're simply just going to go fast through this. Press enter to continue, press enter to continue. 2, we want the evil twin attack. 7, we want to put in monitor mode, so 2. And now we want the captive portal evil twin attack. Press enter to continue. Now we're going to wait a little bit longer for this, because in the previous actual example, once we actually Control C this, it didn't want to prompt us with the available networks right here. So let's just wait a few more seconds, and then we're going to Control C, as we already see our desired network right here, which is this one right here. Okay, so I believe right now, if I press Control C, here it is. Okay, so this is something that we didn't get previous time. This is the actual list of the networks that we got from the Airgedon-ng, and all the yellow networks are networks that actually have clients connected to them and that actually have some traffic going around over them. But we don't really care about that. We're interested in the network that we attacked in the previous video, which is this one. Now what we're interested in right here is the actual number of that network, and in this case it is 51. So down here it will ask us select target network. You simply just find the number which it is labeled as and type it right here. We selected 51. It will get all the needed information, such as selected channel, SESID, BSSID, and so on and so on. And then it will prompt us with this option menu, which simply just asks how we want to actually authenticate the targets from the specific network in order to catch the four-way handshake. Now with this stack we'll try to authenticate clients from the legitimate AP. Hopefully they'll connect to our evil twin AP. Since these two options for me are actually red, that means they can't really perform, then I will simply just go with the authentication with the AirPlay attack. Now we performed all of this manually, so you should already have a basic understanding of what we're doing right now. Here do you want to enable DOS pursuit mode. This will launch again the attack if target IP changes its channel. Not really interested in that, so simply just click no. Are you going to use the interface with internet access mode? If the answer is no, you'll need to DNS spoof installed to continue. Both will be checked. Yeah, the answer is no. So right here it seems you have DNS spoof installed. Script can continue. We press here enter. Do you want to spoof your MAC address during this attack? Now in real life attacks you would actually want to spoof your MAC address so you don't get discovered, but since we are doing this as an example, there is really no need to spoof the MAC address. Let's see, this attack requires that you have previously a VPA and VPA2 network capture handshake file. Do you already have a captured handshake file? Answer yes to enter the path, or answer no to capture a new one. Now if you don't have, simply just enter no right here, but since we do have, I was simply just going to click yes. Home, user, desktop I believe, and then test scan -01.cap, and the actual file that I'm using is this one. So we captured the handshake from the previous videos. That is the file that I'm using. I'm going to press here enter. It has been checked that there is a handshake of the chosen target network. While checking the selected capture file, script can continue. Now, if the password for the Wi-Fi network is achieved with the captive portal, you must decide where to save it. Type the path to store the file or press enter to accept the default proposal. And default proposal will be at this location right here, so /root/evil twin captive portal, and then the name of the network.txt. Let's press enter simply to continue. The path is valid and you have right permissions. Script can continue, and right now this is one of the last things that it will ask us. Now make sure that you don't make a mistake in any of these menus, because if you simply just make a mistake right here, for example, and you run it in Turkish, you'll need to restart the entire process of creating the evil twin. And right here we want to actually have the English. All parameters and requirements are set. The attack is going to start. As it says right here, multiple windows will be opened. Don't close anyone. When you want to stop the attack, press enter on this window and the script will automatically close them all. Press here enter. The interface changed. Now it will open a bunch of the actual windows that are going to be needed in order to generate the evil twin access point. As we can see right here, everything is set. If I simply just go and try to connect over the internet, now you might not be able to see this, but I will switch the screens. As we can see right here, I have two different same named actual wireless networks. One of them is secured and closed, and one of them is open. So now that everyone is deauthenticated from the specific network, if the target, for example, rejoins the open network, which is our fake access point, if we will go back to our laptop, we can see right here, request for joining from this IP address, which is the IP address of my Windows 10 machine, and we can see that it actually tries to connect to the actual target. Let me see right here, and it should pop right here. Once the actual target has connected, it should pop the IP address. This is simply the DHCP, which should actually send the IP address to the client that connected, and here it is. As we can see, our client has connected our Windows 10 machine. It is connected to our fake access point. And if you simply just go to some website, now this sometimes might work and it might not work, and right here where we have the index of should be the fake captive portal. And the fake captive portal should be basically any type of actual HTML file which allows us, or allows the actual target to input the password, and as soon as they actually input the password, that password will be sent right back to us. Now, since we don't really have the actual HTML file right here for the password to be inputted, we don't really have anything to put right here, but you can simply just find these types of files online on the internet. You can simply just type fake login pages, fake wireless access point pages, and simply just put it in your Apache 2 web server. What this does, it simply just redirects all the actual traffic to our Apache 2 web server on our laptop, where it should host a fake captive portal, and there you can simply just input the password, which will get retrieved right back to us. And also what this program will do is it will check whether that password is correct. If it is correct, it will prompt it right here. If it is not correct, it will say the password is not correct, because what it does, it simply just compares it to the actual hash value from our four-way handshake, and it will see whether does it match or not. Okay, so that is something that also you need to keep in mind. So what we did in this video is we successfully created the actual fake wireless network or access point, however you want to call it. We managed to actually get a client to connect. As we can see right here, we have the IP address from my desktop Windows 10 PC, or all you need to do in order to perform this attack till the end is to have a captive portal hosted on your Apache 2 web server. And right now I will show you how you can do that. What I want to show you is where you can actually host the fake page, and the fake page can be hosted in this actual path right here, so /var/www/html. And right here you would paste the HTML file to a fake page, and then you would simply just perform the attack once again. Now the fake page, you can download it on the internet. Once again, just simply type fake wireless access point page or something like that, and then you can put it right here. Make sure that the main index or the main HTML file, which is the actual page itself, is called index.html, because in any other case it will not be hosted and it will not be seen by the target. That is simply something that Apache 2 said, that main file or main in the HTML file has to be called index.html in order to be visible to the actual visitors of that specific web server. So that would be about it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. We saw how we can actually create the evil twin or the fake access point and make a client connect to it, and it can be used to actually retrieve the password without performing the brute force attack that we covered previously using the air crack. Okay, so that would be about it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye!